Hey everyone, and welcome. Let's talk about modern dating. You know how it can be super confusing and honestly pretty frustrating sometimes. Today we are diving deep into that awful feeling, that feeling that you're just being kept on the sidelines.
I mean, have you ever felt like this? Like you're just an option for someone and not their actual priority? You know what I'm talking about, right? You're into them, you're talking, but it's kind of all over the place. And you're just left there thinking, okay, so what are we? Where do I stand? It's that horrible feeling of wondering if they're actually choosing you or if you're just a backup plan they're keeping in their back pocket.
Oh man, this quote just hits it right on the head, doesn't it? You're just glued to your phone all week, on edge, waiting, hoping for that last-minute invite. It's like all the power is in their court, and you're just left hanging. And look, it's a super common thing to go through. But what's it actually called?
All right, let's get into it. The whole dating world today has this brand new dictionary of terms, right? So in this first part, we're going to break down what these words actually mean. Time to put a name to the game.
So first up, we've got benching. And honestly, the name says it all. Think about sports. You're not the starting player, you're on the bench. They're not putting you in the game just yet, but they definitely want to keep you on the team. You know, warmed up, ready to go, just in case their first choice doesn't work out.
Okay, so how is benching different from all the other weird dating terms out there? This is super important. With ghosting, poof, they're gone. No explanation. But with benching, they actually keep in touch, even if it's low effort. And what about breadcrumbing? Well, breadcrumbing is all about them getting an ego boost right now. They're just dropping you little crumbs of attention. Benching is more of a long game. They're actually strategically keeping you on the hook as a future possibility.
And then there's cushioning. And this one gets even messier because it can happen when you think you're already in a relationship with them. Basically, they're dating you and maybe a few other people to build a nice soft cushion for themselves. So if their main relationship interest falls apart, they won't be alone. They've got you and others to fall back on. Ouch.
Finally, let's talk about cookie jarring. This one's a little different. Here, you might be the only one they're seeing. See, you're the cookie. But you're stuck in the cookie jar. They haven't fully committed because they're always peeking out, looking to see if a better cookie might just come along. So yeah, you're good enough for now, but maybe not forever.
Okay, so now we know what to call it. Benching, cushioning, cookie jarring. But the million-dollar question is, why do people do this stuff? It feels so personal when it's happening to you, but the reasons, well, they can go way deeper, right into our psychology and maybe even our evolution.
So some researchers call this partner insurance. And it's this wild idea from evolutionary psychology. Think about it. Way back, being left alone was dangerous. So it might have actually been a smart survival strategy to have a backup partner on deck, just in case your main relationship went south. It was like insurance.
And this isn't just some old theory either. It's actually happening a lot. There was this one study where they found that 1 out of every 5 heterosexual women in a committed relationship admitted to having a Mr. Plan B. Yep, a backup guy, just in case.
So, okay, besides partner insurance, what are the reasons people give today? Well, a big study in the Netherlands asked a bunch of people, and these 6 things were the most common answers. You've got the obvious stuff, right? Sex, maybe getting back together, or just the fun of chatting. But look at that last one. Some people had no reason at all. They just do it, which kind of suggests that for some, it's not even a plan. It's just an instinct to keep their options open.
But here's the thing, and it's so important. Whatever their reason is, whether they have one or not, the person on the other end of this, the person being benched, it almost always feels awful. This therapist, Jade Thomas, nails it. You end up feeling neglected, insecure, and basically used. It takes a huge emotional toll.
All right, so we know the what and the why. Now, let's get real. How can you actually tell if this is happening to you? It's time to talk about the red flags.
So as I go through this list, I want you to really think about your own situation. Be honest. Does any of this sound a little too familiar? You know that gut feeling you get? Listen to it. It's probably onto something.
Okay, let's run through the big 5 signs. Number 1, they never make solid plans. It's always, we should hang out sometime, but it never actually happens. 2, they're all over your social media, watching every story, but they're not really talking to you. 3, their words and their actions just don't line up. You know, they say, oh, I'm not ready for a relationship, but then they act like they're in one with you. 4, they're super vague about how they feel. And 5, they breadcrumb you. giving you just enough attention to keep you hanging on. If you're nodding along to a few of these, yeah, it's a pretty strong sign you're on the bench.
Okay, so you see the signs. Now what? This to me is the most important part. What do you do about it? Let's talk about how you can reclaim your power and get yourself out of the dugout and back in the game.
This quote is everything. Because think about it. The second you agree to be just an option, all the power shifts to them. They get to decide while you're just waiting. And what's worse, you start thinking they're your only option, and you close yourself off to finding someone who would pick you, no questions asked.
So, here's your 4-step plan to take back control. Step 1, reflect. Just check in with yourself. How is this really making you feel? Anxious? Confused? Step 2, decide. Get super clear on what you want. Not them, you. Step 3, communicate. You got to tell them calmly and clearly what you need. And be ready, because they might not want the same thing. And that leads to step 4, which is the big one. Set boundaries. This is about protecting yourself. It can mean less contact, or it could mean walking away entirely so you can make room for something real.
Because at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. They're either in or they're out. You deserve someone who is excited about you, who chooses you, not someone who sees you as their maybe. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Who in your life needs to make a choice? Because you shouldn't have to spend your life on the sidelines waiting.